Before we start our presentation, I would like to introduce my member first. So, my name is Nuthaphon Jutasat. The next one is Yutthasin Potipin, and the last one is Chanagun Sensawang. Today, we're going to talk about Thai culture, traditional and values. As we know, Thailand is a country with a variety of culture, traditional and values. Whether popular tradition is like a Songkran festival, Loi Krathong festival, there are other traditions that only specific on the individual regions, like the North have a Yipeng tradition that holding the Buddha statue in the water, and the Southern have a well-known tradition as a Chapa tradition. However, today we will present about some Thai culture that are unique in northeastern of Thailand, which is Phi Ta Khon. We will divide this tradition into three main points. Okay, the first point is what is the Phi Ta Khon and the history of Phi Ta Khon. The second point is the custom of Phi Ta Khon and the belief of Phi Ta Khon. And the last point is schedule of Phi Ta Khon. Our presentation should take about 15 minutes, and don't worry to taking notes. We will give you handouts. So, let me begin with the first point. Phi Ta Khon is originated in northeastern of Thailand. I would say that Phi Ta Khon were influenced by Prophet Sandon in Buddhism. In the legend tell that Prophet Sandon, when Prophet Sandon and Miss Masi would leave the forest and came back to the city, there are some forest goats and animals who love them gather undercover to villagers and send them back to the city. So this is the original name of God following people, and it become Phi Ta Khon in the present. So there is other legends of Phi Ta Khon, which is grandfather years and grandmother years. In the legend tell us that they have a group of giant stone hills that obscure the light from the sun. The city have a cold and dark atmosphere. The people were in the trouble and couldn't make a living. One day, there is a couple elder named Grandfather Years and Grandmother Years came to help the villagers as a volunteer. So, Lord Kulom asked them, if you are able to cut the giant stone hill down, do you want as what do you want as a reward? They answered him that they didn't need anything as a reward, but if they die, please remember their name and pray for them. Well, Phi Ta Khon is tradition of northeastern region in Thailand and is the most unique tradition in Loi province. At the end of the June to the beginning of July, this tradition take along of the street in Dan Sai district. So, Phi Ta Khon tradition is a combination of Thai culture such as Bun Bak Phai, Bun Luang, Bun Sam'ak, and Bun Phavet. So, this tradition is prepared to sacrifice the Holy Spirit of the city.
Now we will move on to the next point, the custom and the belief of Phi Ta Khon. There are two types of Phi Ta Khon in Thailand, that is Phi Ta Khon Yai and Phi Ta Khon Leg. So we will begin to expand the first type, that is Phi Ta Khon Yai. It looks like a puppet model covered from wooden bamboo frame that's covered with paper that is twice as large as human. The Peter Khon Yai is decorated with a local source material depicting male and female features. There is also a genital decoration that indicates the masculinity and femininity. The belief came that the human genital is represent the fertility dates back to the ancient time. It's not a kind of people who come to pay anyway. So, Peter Khon tradition each year has only one pair of Peter Khon Yai parades, and the person who must be who dress up as a Peter Khon Yai must have a permission from ghosts or guardian spirits and must have to do it every year or at least 3 years. And next, the second type is Peter Khon Legs. It is a play in which the villager, whether children or adult, men or women, have the right to join in the fun. Peter Khon Legs dress up like a Peter Khon Yai. As mostly men attend the tradition, but women rarely attend because it is a daring and mischievous play. And Peter Khon is an ancient tradition that Thai people have inherited from their ancestors. But there is no specific time to indicate directly when the tradition took place. In addition, Peter Khon believed the ritual that had existed since prehistoric time reflect light on agricultural society that rely mainly on nature, and the belief of ancestral ghosts that are related to grandfather year and grandmother year. As you can see, the festival appears to be the time to coincide the farming season. It is believed that the Peter Khon pay can cause the rain to fall, and the more they pay, according to the Peter Khon belief, the more rain can be seen. And there is also a signal that can indicate the last process of Peter Khon, that is the firework of Bun Bang Phai tradition. Furthermore, the Peter Khon is an original of Dan Sai village. They believe that if the traditional is not performed, the youth may occur and break the tradition of the village, causing a various misfortunes such as death, cattle deaths, and making a people and community suffer. So, Dan Sai village also regard the Peter Khon as a sacrificing spirits and scare things, the ritual communication. And the one step of Peter Khon must be considered by Jon Mae Nang Thiam, who is recognized and take the lead into the ceremony. The last, when the Buddhism took an important role in the agricultural society, the Peter Khon was incorporated in the Bun Luang festival. Therefore, the important point of Peter Khon Pay in Bun Luang festival is to tempt all evil to enjoy the pay and make them forget to create a shout and disrupt the ritual. Then the ceremony will be peaceful.
This now leads on to the last point, the schedule of Phi Ta Khon Tradition. As tourists state that Phi Ta Khon Tradition has 3-day tradition, and according to the July travel that Phi Ta Khon took place on the 1st to the 3rd July last year, but there was a 4-day until the 10th of the July. So we will go into the deep detail of each day in the tradition. Let's begin with the first day. The first day is called Home Day or Long Day. This day is mostly about the Buddhist ritual ceremony, and for instance, the summoning Prat Upakut or the Basi Su Kwan ritual. After the first day, the second day is called Invention entering the city or Phi Ta Khon Parade. On this day, people who dress at Phi Ta Khon will parade around the city, and the general villager will join in the parade. And they also have a fireball, rocket, and have a dance traditional folk until they arrive to the Wat Phon Chai temple. In the evening on the first day and second day, there were a lot of activity, show, and include the contest until late at night. So let's move on to the last day. The last day is called Ancestor Day. This day is about bettering the merit of each month to become Bull Luang Day. Furthermore, on this day there was a Thep Mahachar sermon which can be called the story of the great incarnation of the Buddha. So before we finish this tradition, people who dance at Phi Ta Khon have to bring and leave their costume at the month river. It is because the villagers believe that it's for leaping all the badness and bad things away. Next, there was a circuit child for his monk to quote the tradition. So the highlight of Phi Ta Khon tradition is on the second day because there were a lot of celebration and beautiful parade and have a various activity. In addition, the thing that must not be missed by the tourists is to visit the Phi Ta Khon Museum. This museum exhibits all the history of Phi Ta Khon in detail, along with the Phi Ta Khon Lek and Phi Ta Khon Yai model. They also teach how to make the Phi Ta Khon smack, and you can try to do it there. Last but not least, before we finish our presentation, let me go to our main point again. Phi Ta Khon is a Lais province tradition in the northeast that has been around for a long time until the present. And it is one of the most popular traditions in Thailand that has been passed down from the generation to generation. And what indicates the uniqueness of Phi Ta Khon the most is the date and the play of Phi Ta Khon, because other people can notice with their eye and listen the story of Phi Ta Khon clearly. So if you have an opportunity to travel the Lais province, we recommend that you should follow the Phi Ta Khon tradition that will make you enjoy and feel great with them. Now we will be happy to answer any question you may have.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
In this year, what date of Phi Ta Khon tradition?
It is not the official date, but it's around the ending of the June and beginning of the July. Is that answer your question?
Yes, thank you. I have a question.
Yes.
In your opinion, does the Phi Ta Khon tradition is the same festival as the Nuthaphon festival?
In our group opinion, think that is the same tradition because in the Phi Ta Khon tradition have a lot of festivals such as Bull Luang, Bull Bang Phai, Bull Siem Hat.
Could others people dance right at the Khon?
Yes, other people can, but there are some conditions. First, you must have a permission from local people, of course, and as another qualification, you should have an experience for being a Phi Ta Khon Yai as the 3 years. There is your question.
Any question?
Are there another places in Northeast that hold Phi Ta Khon festival except province?
We think that there are other places that celebrate the Phi Ta Khon tradition, but there is not the wonderful as the Dansai district.
Which Lord Kurung in the region of Gantaraya and Gantaraya?
In our opinion, we think that he was a leader of Tan City. Is that clear?
Is there any question? If there are no any question, we will finish our presentation. Thanks for listening.